Burt Reynolds started as a stuntman?
Yes, one night on the show.
I did not realize that. Yeah, he sat in one night, and I saw that show at home. He pulled off something that was pretty unusual. He invited, he was guest hosting, and he invited his ex-wife, Judy Carson, I guess, when they hadn't seen each other for about 5 years, on the show as a guest, which is living pretty dangerously. And it turned out very funny, I understand.
Yes.
Would you welcome Mr. Burt Reynolds?
Velvet Man threw up on me.
You really brought out the biggies tonight, huh? The velvet suit.
Big shoulders. Of course, they're in the jacket.
Doesn't make any difference. How are you?
Good, real good. World. I die like stop frame photography, you know, like a plant that goes. You die funny. When you die, you're the funniest man in the world. I just go. I came over after the monologue, having done my death scene, and then came Howard Cosell, which was wonderful.
He came to play.
Came to play. Man's going to be very surprised the first Easter after his death.
He's a great guest, though, you know.
He's the best.
He's great.
And we've become very good friends.
He's a bright man.
Mark, but...
No, Howard takes that well, too, because everybody was putting him on, and he comes back about as good as anybody when you start doing it. So, I saw part of that show that night where you had your ex-wife on the show. What possessed you to do that?
I don't know. It was painful.
Was that your idea? Or somebody come and said, hey, we got Judy Carson? And...
No, one of your wonderful people backstage comes up with those great ideas like you dancing on knives and things.
Yes.
Said, wouldn't it be great if you had your ex... And I hadn't seen her in 4 years. I said, what a terrific idea. So she came on, and I didn't see her till she walked around the little desk there.
What kind of a feeling was that?
Well, it was shocking because she looked terrific. She really looked good. And she had a fantastic personality, and she was bright, and somebody's been working on her. L.A. Rams, I think. No, she was...
You want to join the club in court, do you? I've got an extra bench. You can just... I have a lawyer, you know, has an army cot, lives off the kitchen.
Not a good show to do jokes on ex-wives.
No, you really shouldn't.
No. Big sign back there. Don't do jokes on ex-wives.
And you are actually good friends. You're just...
No, we're great friends.
Well, that's fine.
Yes.
Then you can. You can be. You can be.
You can leave a marriage and still be good friends.
You gonna get married again? I keep reading you're gonna get married.
Do you?
I read those fan magazines, you know.
Fan magazines, wonderful, wonderful to read.
I read all those.
In the beauty parlor.
Yes, and I missed you Thursday. Now, are you gonna get married? Come on.
No. I don't.
No, that's all they say in the fan magazine. You got a serious romance going?
I have a little romance going, yes.
Yeah?
Yes, true.
All right. I want to talk about it if you don't want to.
No.
If I got one of those movie maps and
Not in
they still sell the movie maps out here.
I know. I bought one the other day. I wasn't in there.
You're not on the movie map?
Give me my quarterback.
Well, you shouldn't tell people because it'd be up there.
You'll know my house because it has Burt Reynolds and lights and gate. Opening soon at the Rialto Theater, 7:30. Deliverance. 6,
Well, that's right. You made that, the Dickey book, right?
Yeah.
It was a great book called Deliverance, which was one of the most frightening stories about the 300s was it Arkansas or Alabama?
Georgia.
Georgia. No, down in there, in that area. Doesn't really, well, it does make a difference, of course.
It matters to people in Georgia.
Of course it does. Anyway, these 3 clowns go on this hunting trip. Four of them. Great book. Wait, no Indian war yells. Just hold it down. If it's going to rain, it's going to rain. You're not going to help it. Anyway.
Never allowed to laugh in pictures.
That's right. These 4 guys go up into this hunting trip, and they have all kinds of terrible things happen. Very weird things. Did you do your own stunt work in this one?
Yeah. Everybody did in the picture. We all did the canoe stuff.
Yeah. Because it capsizes in the water?
Everybody turns over and gets Almost drowned.
Well, that means capsize.
That's what it said.
Yes. Turnover is a certain
Turnover is
thing.
capsize.
Capsize, right?
Capsize. Well,
Now, you said you went over a waterfall.
went over the waterfall, I did, yeah. Well, you see, they had the waterfall there, and they sent the dummy over, which was the dummy of my body.
How big a drop was it?
70 feet. And I saw the dummy go over, and I said to the director, that looks like a dummy. And the director, having seen me do all these tremendous physical things,
Yes.
like throw up in the morning, he said, you want to go over the waterfall? I said, of course.
You actually said, of course.
I said that, of course, yes. I got on top of the waterfall, and they had a dam way up above the waterfall. They stopped the river, and I had a rope hanging on the rope at the top of the waterfall, waiting for the water to be released. And I was lying there looking at the crew, and the crew were all going, he's a dummy, he's a dummy. I'm a dummy, I'm really a dummy. So they said, are you ready? I said, let it loose. And I turned around, and the water just came roaring down. I thought, it's the Indian boy die on waterfall.
And you went?
So I went over the waterfall, which wasn't that bad, actually. It was kind of a terrific, it was like an ordinary taxi ride in New York. But I hit a rock at the bottom of the waterfall.
At least it broke your fall.
Hurt? Yes, it did.
Otherwise, you could have got hurt there. So I'm sorry. Go on with this splendid narrative.
No,
You actually hit a rock?
it's painful when I'm reading now.
Did it really?
Hit the rock, bounced a great deal, and cracked the tailbone. Then I got caught in a hydrofoil thing. And they had a white water expert there. He said, if you get caught, go right to the bottom and swim out. But he didn't tell me that it takes 40 minutes to get to the bottom. So I was caught there. I mean, I couldn't swim out, and the guys were rolling, and the director's going, that's terrific, that's terrific. And I'm drowning, you know. And he said, you look like you're drowning. I said, I am drowning. So I took a deep breath and dove down to the bottom, and they were right. You know, I went down to the bottom and came out.
The currents don't do that down at the bottom. And then swim out?
40 minutes later, dropped out.
You must have had some great footage, though. What did it look like?
Looked just exactly like a dummy.
Just because you were yelling, help! That's weird. You ever been hurt outside of now? You said you broke your coccyx or chipped it. That is the tailbone at the coccyx, and that's very painful.
No, I haven't. The most painful thing I've ever done is the monologue.
No, but besides that, we'll be right back after a word from one of our sponsors.